This morning we're doing something that we've never done before, but we're gonna tow Holly. So Vic's just setting it up now with the cross straps to go on the back of Zero. We think it's going to be a bit weird because of how Holly's bow is so pointy, and I think it like raises up above, you know, we're really counting on those fenders, I think. Well, I don't know. I don't think either of us know really how it's going to go, but we'll find out shortly. It's really early, but it's a really lovely, nice day.
I was intending to happen, but the way we'll roll.
Does it come out from the inside?
Yeah.
It's been not quite snowing, but there's for sure some signs of coldness. Maybe some hail came overnight. So we're just scooching Holly up now. Will you tell us what the plan is?
The plan is, Holly's engine has outfoxed me again.
Oh, I didn't say that bit.
Something's going. Maybe Jo was trying to protect my.
I was giving it. We're just doing it for fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. We are. I kind of want to.
It's a good excuse to try.
Yeah, exactly. But the danger is with towing Holly is that the way her bow goes straight down. Pretty unforgiving on the rudder.
Yeah.
Like so. If you'll follow me. The first thing it touches then is the rudder, when it should be sort of fender to fender.
Is there any way we can modify that fender to hang lower? Looks like we're gonna MacGyver something.
Too low?
Don't know, I think that's probably about right.
We've always got more rope.
Yeah, that's really good. What kind of knot is that you've put in them?
A reef knot.
Why that one?
Just mostly because that's one of the limited number of knots that I know. But it's good for that kind of thing, for tying two ropes of equal size together.
So that's the real answer, isn't it? Because you knew the knot.
As opposed to the rolling hitch.
Do you know how much of it you need?
I'm just going to cut it in half and then deal with the consequences.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Should I cut that too short? Any time will tell. I want it to be like that. You're supposed to tie them as tight as possible, but maybe this is okay.
Looks pretty good. Fenders are kissing.
Oh yeah.
Seems like a good sign.
Doesn't quite look as legit as our friends Richard and Ruth, but
it looks pretty good.
it's the worst thing we've ever done.
By a long mile.
Okay. Alright, let's just not think too much more about it and go for it now then, I think.
Yeah. Alright, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You joined me on Jo Cam on Holly. Thought I'd give you an update of how it's first going, and the first problem I foresee is like clearing this boat that's just in front of us. I'll turn you around so you can see what I mean. Oh, I am just following him though. This is weird. Feels out of control.
We're hoping that this method will make it much easier to get both of us in the shot when we're doing these little moving bits. Maybe it will help it feel a bit more like a party now. We're all here. We're all moving together. This probably looks like quite a weird convoy with the canoe at the back. The canoe really sort of tops it off, doesn't it? Makes it look like a bit of a mad caravan. How's it going?
Good, I'm surprised I'm just following you. I haven't really done anything. The canoe's falling in line. It's a proper train. Feels extremely easy for me, but what's it like for you?
It's actually pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I guess you just got to stay as straight as possible, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Call it hands-free driving.
This is your new favourite method, isn't it?
Yeah, I could just see myself in summer sitting on top, not doing anything.
Well, I think this is going pretty well so far. I'd hoped it would go like this. I reckoned on it being pretty intuitive and stuff like that. We just had never tried it before. We've been towed before, and I've sort of like given a go at towing people, but not properly like this. Stopping, I think, will be another challenge. We'll see about that when we come to it, I suppose.
Vic's just coming up to the first lock, so we've got to get on this lock landing. So this is the first test of how it will be to stop the boats, and then I guess we'll just have to drag Holly into the lock. But it's nothing that working boats haven't done before, so it should be all right. This is where he's got to remember that it's like twice the length. What a lovely day.
Yeah. I wish I could have videoed that bit, but I couldn't. I was busy. But as we approached, then I just unhooked the cross straps so that then we were two separate boats, and we both just glided into this lock landing, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was quite good. One of our better manoeuvres. Almost looked like we knew what we were doing, so I kind of wish I'd caught that on video. You wouldn't have believed it. We're going to do a bit of what is called bow hauling. It's kind of like what they used to do back when horses pulled it, only this time it's like you are the horse. So it's just pulling boat, really. It's not the speediest mode of transport, but on a day like today it's actually one of the nicer ways, I think, to get through a lock. Joe's already got the lock. waiting for Holly to go through, so I'm gonna put a bit of a speed on with this job. Perhaps stop talking to the camera so much and actually get on with it so that I can help her.
This will be quite the test.
Well, you're doing pretty well though. Do you want to get on the bow just in case, or shall I?
Yeah,
I'm going to slow it down a bit as well. Well, that's all gone rather swimmingly. Now here we are. Holly's in the lock, all safely. We're just keeping her forward with the rope to sort of protect the canoe. A little bit of a challenge coming up here. It's a pretty skinny bridge. Jo seems undisturbed. I'm actually not lined up with this as well as I think perhaps I should be. Let's just see how it goes.
It's really easy from here to criticise driving, and I'm not doing anything to concentrate on, so I can just concentrate on criticising, giving pointers. Being annoying, probably.
It's pretty flipping skinny. Not a whole lot of room getting through that. Let's see how.
It's pretty straight so far, but he's got to keep it straight for when I go through. But that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Well, we made it through that alright, I think. Jo's having a whale of a time in the back there.
I don't know why we haven't done this before, really. It's so nice. We were just saying we should have just got a butty instead of something with an engine, because it's really lovely. I think Vic's finding it quite nice as well. But when you're on the back of Holly, I guess this is what it would feel like to have an electric engine almost. It's just silent. I almost feel bad for talking and interrupting the silence. But yeah, because sometimes when we just had zero, and then Vic would be driving zero, I'd go up to the front so that I didn't so that it was nice and peaceful without the noise of the engine. Because that is really, then you're just gliding through water, gliding through the countryside. And this is exactly that. I can't even hear zero's engine.
We've just paused at this water point just to do the necessary ablutions, and then we're going to shuffle up this next lock, and there's a little marina around the corner which we'll stop into again to get a few supplies, maybe a bit more diesel, and then on to Orowaz. So this is the second method we're trying out. We just left Holly at the lock gates, and we're just going to keep her sort of nuzzled up to the bottom of the lock gates and see what happens then. You'd think then that when we let all the water out of the lock at the end, once zero's up and we're resetting the lock for Holly, that it would blow Holly out of the way, but apparently well, it doesn't happen. The boats stay there. If this advice sounds a little bit familiar to our mate Zach, who watches these videos, it's because he's literally just told me that on the phone. But, you know, recycling is all part of what we do here. our plan's been scuppered by another boat coming down, so we'll jiggle about, move out of the way for these guys, and then get Holly up and then crack on. But yeah, it was working so far. Hiya. Well, just had a little pit stop in the marina to get a few other things done. A few other of the good tanks filled and a few of the bad tanks emptied. And now we're back off. We'll head out again now. You're coming in here. We've got a whole family of good Samaritans helping us out of this lock. We let them through the lock first, but they just parked up right in front and then came and helped us out, which is very nice of them. But now we're on a small river section, and then we're practically here at Orewas.
Good day, I'm joining you from the front of Zero. We're on the Orewas river section now. And I'm just going to stand on here because people we've heard keep getting stuck on some shallow bits. So, because I'm literally doing nothing on Holly just follows zero and seems fine. So I haven't been steering at all. So I'm going to just be on the front of Zero looking out for some stuffs. Costa del Sol over there. Who does he think he is? James Dean? Lead the way, Ducky. Lead us to safety. Obstacle number 1. Branch/twig thing. If my memory serves me correct, that wasn't the weir. That was just a little one. I think there's a bigger one around the corner. No pressure, Vic, but you need to elbow your way around this little nugget. Tense, Captain. I think he's done it with aplomb. Good going. I don't know who these bridges think they are, having bridge numbers. Ah.
A little bit awkward getting around this corner.
Oops. I think someone's got the lock for us. Look at that, that's what you want to see after a treacherous river crossing. An open lock.
Well, that's one boat up. This lovely lady's helping us up. She said one good turn deserves another, which I think is very appropriate for all the lock turning that goes on, raising the paddles and stuff like that. So that was nice. We helped them through before, so I think it's very neighbourly behaviour. So now we're just getting Holly through. We've disengaged and I'm leaving her all behind. I'll go and find a space amongst this lot. I'll settle for that, I think. Well, here we are, all moored up.
I feel safe in the bosom of Orwas.
Yeah, it's lovely here, isn't it?
Yeah. It's because like there's houses all around. Don't know.
These are my canoe paddling shades. It's actually the second time I said that because I said it first really good, but Jo wasn't recording. Shades.
I wasn't going then. Say it again. We can't get away with doing second takes of stuff.
Nah.
It's too embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
The canoe's coming into its season for me.
Oh, big time.